microphone said. That's fantastic.
It was unbelievable. Sorry. Just take the larynx out.
No, this is our
99.
Yes.
Yeah.
99.
99.
Which means at the end of this hour we're taking a selfie. Yay! Welcome to our 99 of Adventurers Wanted. Just a few things before we start. This performance, like all our performances, is a relaxed performance. What that means is that this lighting state should stay the same. We have been experiencing some issues with the house lights, so they might go off at some point, but don't worry, that'll get fixed as quickly as possible. There also shouldn't be any sudden loud noises, unless someone rolls a critical success. That sometimes happens. There will be music for atmospheric purposes.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just quite tired and I'm bad at multitasking now. Right, worse than I was at the start. Right, also, if you need to take a breather at any point or a break, you can use the seated area to the right of the doors that you came in through. You will, of course, be welcome back in after that break if you decide you need to take one. And we have a relaxed attitude towards sound and movement from our audience for the benefit of those who can't stay still or be silent throughout the entire hour. I'm Amy, I'm your SM for today. If you have any issues or requests or needs, I'm right over there. Just give me a wave or come over and I'll just sort you out as best I can. If you need a hearing loop headset or anything to that effect, I can provide those for you. Just come and get one of me now. If there's nothing else, I will pass over to Leo, who is our GM for today.
Hello! My name is... Thank you. My name is Leo. I'm going to be your GM for this hour and for the hour after that. If you're a little bit confused, this is a... So are we. No, this is a tabletop role-playing game, which means the four people on my left and right all have individual characters that they're going to be playing. I control the rest of the world, including their allies, their enemies, and for the last 5 hours, dinosaurs. Yeah, that's what you're coming into. And we mediate between ourselves by the use of dice, which allow us to succeed spectacularly and fail hilariously from time to time. In the last hour, it's been more succeeding spectacularly than failing hilariously, to be honest. Just to recap the story very quickly. Our players are members of the Spirit of the Horizon, a scientific research vessel, which on a sortie to find if a sudden appearance of an island could help them in a Cold War at all, they opened, if you're not, that's why they were there. Yeah, they awakened an ancient dead god, as these things do, and so in trying to get away, cast a spell that sent them to a new reality, and now they're desperately trying to get home by recreating that spell. In the very last few hours, they've been sent by their newfound allies, the Queens of the Thundercrest Isles, to see if the Isle Nublar, the island Nublar, is worth populating. And what they've found out is that, no, it's not. It's full of magic dinosaurs, specifically magic dinosaurs, although you wouldn't know any of that yet. Currently, they find themselves in the midst of a stampede. But before we go back into the fray, let's meet our players and their characters. Tell me your name, your character's name, and something about them that would distinguish them from the rest of the crew.
I'm Richard. My character is Sergeant Vale, who is a human fighter. He is the head of one of the marine detachments on the ship, and he spends a lot of time writing letters home to the families of the red-shirted marines who served under him.
Oh god, that's depressing.
Yeah. I'm Johnny. I'm playing Alistair von de Comte. He is a dwarven bard, though he's thoroughly undwarfy. He doesn't like mining or forging. He's more of a scholar and a writer extraordinaire. And he loves gold and women.
My name is Ed. I'm playing Gwendolyn Skull, who is a half-elf fighter. Despite being called Gwendolyn, he is a man, and he is the master of the Spirit of the Horizon, and so he intends to install discipline. He managed last time to get the love of one of the things, or at least a kiss on the mouth, which was surprising.
Yeah.
But yes, he is, and he also has a skull painted on his face most of the time.
I'm Matt. I'm a Kalimshar, an elven mage. And I've just sort of suffered a really bad bout of amnesia, and I forget what I've done the last 90 hours. So I'm looking forward to learning what's been going on in my life and those around me, and who I'm missing and who I'm yet to meet.
Okay, cool. How are you spelling your name?
CALIMSHAR. Shar. Callum Shar.
Alan Shan.
Can we also have on the record that he is an astronomer, which is a really sensible choice for a job?
Yeah, yeah,
which
it's going to
no
be
one
useful.
else comes up with.
So Callan Shan,
Well, I know, but
Callan Shan, about 8 hours ago, you woke up in the ship's galley.
Don't even remember that.
Sorry, not the galley, the infirmary.
I was going to say.
Yeah. You woke up in the ship's infirmary. All you remember is seeing some 80-foot dragon on its hind legs with a tentacled face, and then you just blacked out.
Wow.
You can't remember anything else. Very tentatively, the ship's clerics helped you sit up, and they explained to you that you've been in a pretty much a coma for the last 4-5 weeks. And they don't really get around to explaining what's been going on in that time because they don't want to overwhelm you with too much. And then, coming towards the evening time, this gold sort of sparkly magic starts playing over your skin. You get a metallic taste in your mouth. Yeah, it's very confusing. What are you doing when this happens? Just towards the evening time?
I'm just sitting down, and we're on the ship, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
in fact, the clerics have given you armor and weapons. They haven't explained why yet. They've just said, put those on,
It's a good idea.
just in case.
Okay, well, I'm actually putting the armor on, sitting down, putting the armor
Oh,
on.
you're a wizard, aren't you? So they'd be
The
robes, and
robes
getting your
and
book
make
out.
sure I'm not naked, things like that.
Fantastic. So you're just
studying my spells, watching the sunset,
watching the sunset,
but wondering, what is this metallic sort of
and then it
sensation?
glows so bright that you can't see for a moment, and then you're in a massive field, and there are dinosaurs running at you.
Oh. And I look around, do I see anyone else?
So, here's the scene. We have in the fields between a forest and a canyon. We have the stampeding Gallimimus. You see Alistair Vondercomte and Sergeant Vale, both of whom you would know from before your amnesia. You'd know all of these people from before your amnesia. You don't see Gwendolyn yet, because he's on the other side of the stampede. The other thing you do see is this just huge array of massive lizards running towards you, and they do not care if you get out of the way or not. They don't seem to look like they're going to care. Just behind you in the opposite direction, which is what they're running for, is a canyon.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I can make a decision very quickly, but I just want to see what the others are doing.
Okay, sure. Can I have your dex score quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Your dexterity score.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's 16.
16, grand.
Plus 3 on my assessment.
Yeah.
So you're just going to wait and see what happens.
Okay.
Gwendolyn, what are you doing?
Right, well, I'm up a tree that's just been eviscerated by the other things.
By the Consognathus, yeah?
Yes, they are past me, right?
More or less.
So there are still ones flapping about.
More or less.
Right. Okay.
It's very difficult to tell. They're a swarm.
No, I see it. Okay, so I know the direction that these guys are in.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me.
Right. 15.
And in fact, you see Vale and Alistair, and then as you watch, right on the other side of the stampede, you see Jeffrey bamf out of existence, and that guy who you hired to be the astronomer and the navigator, you remember that guy? And
Very
then he
long
went
ago.
into a coma about
Yeah.
a month ago. He's
I
here.
thought he was gone. That's weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's here and fully clothed and
Yeah.
ready to go.
I understand that this isn't going to work, but I'm going to see if it does. I'm going to go.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Sorry, stream.
Foundest apologies. To see if that I see if I can attract their attention that way.
Everybody else roll perception checks. Those of you who have taken damage from the stampede, roll with disadvantage.
Oh, no,
okay.
none of those. It's the,
Natural 20 on the other.
it's the
You're
20.
joking.
That's the one you
No.
roll.
Say dexterity check.
No,
What?
Perception. Perception there, plus 5.
So,
it's roll
so
that and
Ed,
add plus 5.
I feel like this is you have vested interest in this.
Yeah.
Johnny just rolled with disadvantage. He rolled 2 natural 20s.
My friend. Oh,
What
this
did
is
you
this
get?
is
That's
outstanding.
threes.
2 3s. Okay. Sergeant Vale does not hear this. Alistair, you turn around and you see Gwendolyn. You see Gwendolyn whistling to you. He's up a tree, and then just behind the swarm, the stampede, you see this swarm of small, green, long-necked, long-tailed dinosaurs just eviscerating everything in its path.
That's what I was kind of drawing attention to.
What is your plan?
How deep is the chasm to my...
The canyon is
Yeah.
the canyon melds in with the plain, but very quickly becomes quite steep. So you get about it would be about 100 feet by the time you're in the canyon proper.
That's quite deep.
Also, it's technically Gwendolyn's turn, so have a think.
Sorry, right.
So you do your
that's-
whistle,
that's the thing that
and
I've
you
done.
see Alistair catch your eye.
And go. Telling him to get away.
Yeah, he doesn't stop running.
Now, so the swarm.
Yep.
So I want to go towards them, but not towards the storm. So it's kind of,
You want to skirt around.
yes.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me.
Good luck.
Yep. That's a 14.
Okay, they don't notice you. They're busy eating
Everything.
Gallimimus.
Right. Cool.
So you
I've
managed.
got my crossbow cocked.
Okay, just in case.
Yes.
And that'll kill a good one of them.
I hope.
So you skirt your way around
Yep.
the edge of the swarm,
Stealthy as a.
and we find you just as you get to the edge of the swarm of Copsognathus, and they're still heading towards the canyon.
Yeah. I'm good for this.
Now it's you, Alistair.
I'm going to say, I've had quite enough of this.
Oh, you also see Kalinshan.
Oh, hello.
Thanks to your 2 natural 20s there, you definitely see Kalinshan appear.
Camera sharp, no aim.
How
Oh.
far past the... Am I getting to the tail end of the stampede now? Are they all going past me?
More or less, and then just behind that is a big swarm of teeth.
I'm going to cast Earth Tremor
Okay.
and shout very loudly, "The gods demand you leave!"
Is that an intimidation check? Roll an intimidation check with advantage,
Yeah.
thanks to your Earth Tremor.
Okay, that is
Also roll 1d6 damage as you knock nobody down.
okay. I did not do very well in intimidation.
What was your intimidation?
I think I got 15.
15? Problem is he's shouting at a swarm with an intelligence of 4.
And 3 damage.
And 3 damage, sure. Some of the Gallimimus around you step on rocks that have now jutted out, and you see one of them break their toe, and but they don't care. They keep going.
Is that affecting me?
Would you be close enough to it? Well, would you be within 30 feet of Alistair? You probably would, wouldn't
We
you?
were kind of running at the same
But
time.
Roll a strength
Casting
saving
it
throw for me.
behind.
It's centered on you,
Okay.
I think.
18.
No, you're fine.
Does this turn enough to stop and see what's coming up behind me?
Yeah, sure. So you hear Alistair cast Earth Tremor. Do you stop moving, by the way?
I sort of do a little awkward jog backwards.
Okay,
Get away from me!
he's trying to do an NFL corner run. Casts Earth Tremor. And you see this swarm of...
So if I start going
Teeth.
sideways, can I get around the side of these things?
He would use your full turn, yes.
I'm super okay with that.
Okay, fantastic. And you just start going, Prometheus!
Yes,
And
exactly
roll
that.
off to the right.
I shall.
Whereas Alistair is running in a straight line backwards, and the swarm does not pay attention to you, I'm afraid.
Oh.
And it is also technically flying. Or at least most of them are. like 60% of them are. 60 to 70% of them are flying. But that was a good shout. Okay, now you've seen what all your compatriots are doing, and then you've gotten a grip of the situation. What are you doing, Callum?
I mean, the last thing was how far are these guys from me? That's the last one.
They're on top of you by the end of this turn.
You're in a group together.
The entire stampede, this entire affair, is on top of you in a moment.
But my companions are next to me.
We're
well,
running
a bit
towards
behind
you.
Gwendolyn's gone that way.
Yeah.
Vale's gone that way. and Alistair's running towards you.
Galaxy
Backwards.
towards me,
Backwards.
I cast Flaming Sphere
Okay.
right in front of me,
Okay.
kind of squaring up to them, facing the dinosaurs, and the intention of hopefully distracting them to run around.
This guy's good.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Describe to me how you cast that spell. How does Callum Shah? What's your particular flair on that?
There is no
Well,
wrong answer to this question.
I basically steady myself on the ground, and I face them, and I cast a spell because I don't know the spell very well.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah.
And then I basically, I say to you, do not approach to the dinosaurs.
So,
For dramatic
fantastic.
effect.
But in front of Alistair.
For dramatic effect, obviously don't want to. I want him on the right side of it.
Yeah. So, Alistair, you do your thing. The gods demand you leave, and then suddenly, a sphere of flame appears just in front of your face. It like singes your beard a little bit.
I think I did it.
As
Yeah.
you
That's what I'm thinking.
You're running low on beer.
roll an intelligence check.
15.
Secretly, you know you didn't do it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, no worries. And we'll see how much heed the dinosaurs play to that being a swarm. Gwendolyn,
Yes.
you've just reached the western edge of the swarm and you are keeping pace with them, just about.
You hang on. Sergeant Vale, which
He's on the eastern edge. He's gone east, you've gone
Yeah,
west.
got it. That's fine.
And I took that because the way that you pointed, it wasn't,
Yeah,
so-
no, it completely fits. And it also would make sense if we'd be over there going, oh, nuts. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to head towards the canyon and see what they do.
Okay,
Oh,
fantastic.
actually, no, come to think of it. So can I sort of... Okay, my intention is I want to try and hit one of the front of the storm to do a similar thing that he did, trying to redirect. Do you see what I mean? As in, like, I want to hit one that's at the front so that it moves further away from me.
Okay, yeah, sure. I see what you're saying.
So try and knock it off course so that all of them will go that way.
Roll an attack roll.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Yeah, it is. That's 24.
Yep.
And
Roll damage.
Is 5.
Okay, you spear one of the Compsognathus with the bolt. It's not dead.
Fine.
But it's
Yeah.
and roll an intimidation check for me.
Excellent. 10.
And they start to head towards Vale, wheeling away
Thanks.
from you.
Yeah, it is.
Alistair, you've had this sphere just appear in front of you.
I'm going to try
I
and
knew that was
cast
gonna
confusion on the lot of them.
The entire swarm.
Well, as many as I can.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know how.
Right, I think it'll be a wisdom saving throw from me. What's your dexterity? What's your DC then?
16.
Okay, yeah, they fail. They're still coming for you, but they now don't seem to see behind their eyes why they're coming for you.
Something's actually changed.
They are driven partially. Part of them are driven into the flaming sphere ahead of you. It cooks one of the Compsognathus as it goes through, and the rest of them go around and are on top of you.
Well, they're a lot like chickens.
They are swarm. It's a literal swarm.
I have had an evening.
Yeah,
Oh, there we are. Oh no, the Gallimimus are long gone. They're in the
Oh.
they're in the canyon now. You're dealing with the Compsognathus.
It's more chicken than he knew.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember why I rolled that. That's fine. That's fine. Vale.
So I was going around the side. I'm going to...
The swarm veered towards you, and you were like, "Oh god, oh god, oh god, this is it!" And then they veered back, and you don't really know why, but you're taking it.
I'm okay. I'm just going to make sure I'm behind them. That's basically the
Yeah,
thing.
this is-
And as soon as I'm behind them, I'm going to turn and look in case there's anything next coming after them.
Sure. Roll a stealth check first, then a perception check.
And my stealth is a 16, apparently.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you manage. You just like dodge behind a small copse, and the swarm passes you.
Oh man, this is very impressive.
But no, it's fine.
No?
I got an 8. It
No
seems
perception?
unlikely.
Okay. Kalimshar.
Yes. So basically,
The Compsognathus are on top of you.
so the burning sphere is not working? Or?
No, the burning sphere is working for the ones that are moving through the burning sphere.
Okay, cool.
But you underestimated the size of this swarm. And your sphere is really awesome and doing a great job, but then it's also moving around the
It's
sphere.
going back in towards me, is it?
Yeah, they're just sort of folding. They're folding around it. And Kalimshar and Alistair, they roll a 21 to hit you. Oh, they both 21s. So I presume that hits.
Yeah, it does. Well, I don't think I managed this.
That's 18.
Yeah, you're gonna get much.
I'll get you.
That's 18d6. He hurt.
I know, it just doesn't. Yeah, I think you're about to get told people.
11.
I think they might be about to floss with you.
I need to know where the voice
23. No, more than that.
There's a lot more to roll.
8.
Wait for it.
6, 46. Yeah, there's a lot. 15, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
It's about 60 piercing damage.
Oh, well.
That's taking him down.
As these Compsognathus just swarm around you.
Wow.
Just
I wanted to dimension door, I probably should have done that.
Yeah, that would have been.
all around you, all through.
was
And
still a good call.
you take the same.
The same.
Alistair takes the same. As the swarm moves through both of you.
Dibs on their stuff.
Oh wow.
Not necessarily.
Dibs on their stuff.
Well, I
have
think
healing?
we will divide the spoils equally.
They have healing potions, right?
You do you do have one superior healing potion.
Yeah.
It is now your turn.
I mean,
Hang on, he's unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious?
I'm 58.
You see your astrologer friend, who you never really got to talk
No,
to.
you got like you've now got 3 will come
Because you were on full health. Yeah, like if you were on anything under full health, you would probably be insta-dead, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your full health? It was 40... 58, yeah, you're fine. Well, you're not fine.
You're unconscious.
You're bleeding out and unconscious. Alistair, you see that happen. And you're not in a good shout yourself.
Nope.
Can I get a death saving throw from you, Ben, please?
D20.
If if it's single, just roll it. If it's single numbers, then it's a fail.
It's a 10.
It's a 10, so it's just a success.
So
So
if you sort of tick, if you get 3 ticks, you stabilise. If you get 3 X's, you're dead.
very dead.
Yeah.
Okay, Gwendolyn,
Right. Okay.
you see your astrologer start to become eviscerated by the bitey bites.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how far away is everybody from me?
Wow. So you are about 60 foot away from Vale,
Right.
and about 30 foot away from Kalimshar and Alistair,
Yeah.
who are next to one another.
Absolutely. And if I go into that, what I'm going to do is get attacked by the.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to do that.
No.
Okay. And they're not stopping. They're still going, correct?
They're following the Gallimimus.
Yeah. Okay,
They're just eating everything in its path.
I'm going to go sort of around the back of it, heading as towards him. As
I'll be
towards
converging
the-
as well. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I want to try and converge with him without getting involved actually in this one.
Okay, cool. So you follow along a little bit behind it.
Yeah,
about 30 feet.
Being sensible, I'm using stuff on it, that's what it is.
Yeah. Its passive perception is not great.
I understand.
It's a swarm.
Oh, 4.
It's better than that.
Ha!
Is that 4 total?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you've been noticed.
Right.
It will get an attack on you on its turn in a moment. Alistair.
Can I just point out that the spell I changed that Koji got for me was greater invisibility.
So you could have had greater invisibility,
Yeah.
and you changed it for what?
Well, something that is still pretty good. Hallucinatory terrain.
Hallucinatory terrain.
I don't think it's going to help against this.
The flying swarm.
To be fair, because they'd find you and just be like, oh, there's something here. So, yeah, no, that's true.
So, what I think I'm going to do is the swarm on me still?
Yeah. you are currently being bitten from all sides as you're batting off these Compsognathus. And you can see that Kalimshar is also still being bitten, even as he lies bleeding on the floor.
I'm going to minor illusion
Okay.
that I am on fire. And start screaming.
They actually believe that you're on fire, surprisingly enough.
Nice.
We did say that might happen. And they're going to try and leave you alone.
Okay, I'm also going to quickly sweep my healing potion.
Okay, that's 8d8 plus 8 healing.
8 plus 8. Can I borrow some d8s?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, d4. 8d4.
The
Sorry, my
triangle
bad.
one.
There's
two
an
more here.
eldritch one.
Love
Yeah, no worries, man.
6.
Vale, what you doing?
So
Are
the
you
bulk
still
of,
hiding?
so the bulk of the swarm is continuing on.
Yeah.
But some of them are on top of these ones and chewing on them.
Yeah, they seem to be rather enjoying that. And actually, in the moment that you're now looking, the swarm actually is thinking twice about moving on because they've spotted Gwendolyn running behind them.
Oh,
Any intervention I make is just going to attract their attention back and stop them.
it'd be great if you could.
Is there so wait a minute? Those critters at the front that are running, the emu critters.
Yep.
Is there any of those within crossbow range?
Not by now. Yeah, maybe, but at disadvantage. Your long range is 320, right?
I'm assuming yes.
Yes,
That's awesome.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't move and get them into range and fire.
You can move down into the canyon, if you like. You can move towards moving down into the canyon.
I just can I get close enough to get a clearer shot at them, or is that just going to be basically running at the swarm?
No.
Okay, I'll just take a shot at one of the ones ahead of the swarm. Basically, I want to see if I can try and get one of the ones ahead of the swarm bleeding.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, nice.
But I'll roll with disadvantage and cross
Yeah.
my fingers. It's still a 15.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit. Just about.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
The audience will get it, please.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, reroll it.
I think my actually and so that's 4 damage.
Okay, yeah,
So
but
that's
it's
the
definitely
wing.
bleeding. You managed to pick out the very last of the Gallimimus as they run away from you.
Okay.
And the crossbow bolt sails and hits just about. You don't know how you managed it. That was probably the best shot of your life.
I'm more of a stabbing man.
Yeah, exactly. Thing's moving at about 30 miles an hour.
I think I was actually aiming for the other one, and this one literally just ran into
Yeah,
it.
there you go. That makes sense. That makes sense. At this point in time, the swarm turns around and fixates on Gwendolyn. It's going to roll against you a 22.
Yeah, that's no good.
Okay, I'm not going to roll. I'm just going to take average if you don't mind.
That's fine.
What health are you on?
65.
Okay, it does about 60 damage to you. 60, 61. Thank you very much. You've got... No.
To be fair, I'm still undercover.
Yeah. Get you in here.
You also start... you also take the 60 damage as you're still in the swarm.
But I thought I scared them away.
Wait, hang on. How much health are you on?
That was gonna kill me.
Like,
Are you on 37 health? Okay, yeah. I would just... I'll be generous and say you just dropped to 0.
Are they still chewing on him while they think he's on fire?
Oh yes, no, that's a good point. No,
'Cause
yes,
that's very
you thought
keen
they
of
were on
them.
fire. Yeah,
And
they
we
thought you were. No, and they believed you.
The one who's the cast.
Yeah, they're avoiding you. They're
I'm
avoiding
looking
you.
around going,
I do
can't
apologize.
believe this is working.
They rolled really poorly. And Kalimshar, sorry, you get an automatic death saving throw as they continue to nibble you.
Yeah. Is that right? Yeah.
In fact, I'll just check that it's it's just.
I nailed it again. Okay.
No. You automatically get a failure as the
Oh.
Compsognathus are
Like
near.
an X, basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get an
So
X.
you got to take a now. You got an X.
At this point in time, can I get perception checks from everybody?
Deception.
With disadvantage, as you're not Kalimshar. Yeah, sorry.
This is all an illusion. I'm really outside.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
15.
15.
15,
Like 6.
6.
I got 18 at disadvantage.
Okay, the two of you,
You've got 18 at disadvantage.
and this
don't
makes
do that.
sense. This makes sense because Gwendolyn, you're
Yeah.
too busy batting away. The two of you suddenly hear a sound, and a giant bronze dragon just flies down from the sky and lands
It's gonna be a good thing, right?
sort of between the forest and the swarm, and it breathes. Oh no, sorry, between the canyon and the swarm, and it breathes. And the swarm is pushed, physically pushed 10 feet away towards the swarm, pushing them off Callum Shah, and but more onto Gwendolyn.
That's just fine.
At this point, you hear a booming voice. Get down into the canyon! I will distract them!
Good, I'll try.
Thank you.
Callum Shah, can I have a death saving throw, please?
Oh, now, yeah.
He did make one, didn't he?
Oh, you did?
You did fine, man.
Yeah, you passed?
Yep.
Fantastic, that's another tick.
1x, yeah.
Gwendolyn,
Yes.
you've seen all of that,
Okay.
and you're in the middle of a swarm.
Yes. So,
Run.
do I know which bit is the thickest part of the swarm? 'Cause I want to get away from that.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, man. Yep, as ever, cannot tell
No. You know just about which way the dragon is.
Right, and he did say
the massive dragon.
Yeah. Now, so, do I still have the thing of, like, I know which direction I was going in, so I know that direction
Yes.
was...
Well, actually, roll a survival check. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
That's
Such a waste of a natural 20.
that's your. Is that your fifth critical
Yep.
success?
Yep.
Fifth.
Today, they've not been particularly useful thus far. Okay.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, no, that's true. But
You saved Jeffrey's life.
was that a good thing?
Who knows?
Anyway, so I am going to try and do what the dragon says and head for the canyon
Okay.
as much as I can. I don't know, like, I guess I could try and attack, but I don't think it's going to really help.
Well, you can always use your action to just dash and get
That's
faster.
what. Yeah. Okay. So can I? Yeah, I want to use second wind and dash.
Okay.
For the.
So second wind is 1d10 plus your fighter level,
Yes.
which would be 9,
Yes.
and you get that health back. So
10.
10 health back.
Right.
And you're using.
Not using the health potion yet. I'm going to use that next turn.
Okay, and you're just dashing. It gets an attack of opportunities. You leave the swarm.
In which case, well, no, I can't use.
It rolled a 3, so you're fine. I presume you're fine, unless your armor class is like 11.
No. I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
I
Yeah.
really didn't think I was going to survive.
So you see Gwendolyn, Alistair, just charge out of the swarm, past this massive dragon that's just landed just behind you and breathed the swarm away you. And Callum Shah, the astronomer, is still bleeding out next to you on the floor. You don't have a potion because you used it on Jeffrey.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I do need mine now.
Vale, you can't see from where you're at.
I heard the dragon saying go towards the canyon.
No, you saw all of that. I'm saying Alistair can't see you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I?
Since I'm leaving the room, then
No, you haven't used.
amnesia days on my head.
No. Sorry,
No,
what I
you-
meant was you're using it so you can still heal yourself once you wake.
If I win.
I'm going.
Or someone
to,
can use it on him.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Right, so that's nice.
Can I try and? I'll run to him, and sort of drag him behind the dragon.
Yeah, roll an athletics check for me.
Oh, wow.
18, but that's minus.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
Minus, unless it's -3, which I don't think it is.
Minus
Yeah, he's got an 8 strength. He's a bard. He's not. We're
Oh,
not
fair
all
enough.
fighters.
All right.
It's all right.
Not all
So,
dwarves. Hashtag.
hashtag not all dwarves.
Yeah.
You managed to pull this the bleeding elf behind the massive bronze dragon that seems to have come and saved you, and the dragon shouts at you as you're going, "I don't have long."
Okay.
That's your turn, I think.
Good dragging.
I mean,
I'll shout some inspiration as well.
okay, who Matt?
Gwendolyn. He's gonna need it.
How do you inspire Gwendolyn?
I go, stop it! I think their vision is based on movement.
This is such bad advice. It gives you a really good chuckle. Gives you a really good chuckle. Take 1d8 inspiration.
Amazing. Okay, hang on. 1d8, you say?
Yeah, 1d8 inspiration. No, you can use it when you want it.
Yeah, you know I'm
Oh, right, okay.
going to use it when I get the opportunity, but I don't know.
Sergeant Vale, you see all of this that has just happened.
So I am super duper going to start running in the direction of the dragon. So
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
I'm also going to on the way past go, cheers!
You're welcome!
So can I, so he's actually successfully carrying the wizard, right?
Yeah, he's dragging it. It's slowing him down, and he's slower
Right,
than
okay,
you
I'm
anyway.
going to get one other under the other arm of the wizard, so we're coming
Okay,
between us.
heft him up.
And with my bonus action, can I fish out his potion and basically pour it down his throat?
That would be an action in the rules that we're using.
So
But roll an athletics check and we'll see. If you get really high, you've just managed to throw him up onto your shoulder as part of your movement. So roll.
yeah, well, I've got an action surge. Can I use that to help with this?
Yes, you can use that.
Totally
to
use
help
my
with
one
it. Yeah,
first
no,
action
absolutely.
surge
So
for
you
this.
use your action surge.
Action
Sure.
It's a fighter ability which allows, and you feel the adrenaline pump through your system, and you're like, give me that, and you give it. You find his superior health potion and chug it down his neck. Which is all the dice except the one you picked up. You've got that? Yeah, okay, so that's the one you need.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's getting really late. I've been DMing for a long time. I meant you've picked up all the dice except the one you need.
Yes.
Roll those 4 times and add 8. Reroll if it falls off the table.
Carry spent a surprising amount of time carrying around bleeding
4
people in
times
my
an
life.
8, yeah?
Okay.
Someone help me here?
6.
9. 11.
15.
Plus 8.
That's it.
23.
Plus 23. You get 23 hit points back as you wake up and gasp back into reality, being carried by you're a human, right?
Yeah.
By this human and this dwarf.
I've got the shoulders, the dwarf has the ankles.
Okay.
Cool. The dragon is going to breathe lightning breath on the Compsognathus swarm. The swarm fails its saving throw, and this lightning just goes as the dragon opens its mouth, and you can see fried Compsognathus fall from the air. It's now your turn.
I'm gonna. Can I shout in his ear just to say?
Yeah.
Do you know fireball?
Do you know fireball?
Fireball?
Lightning bolt.
Are they still there? Are they? They're still
Yeah, the swarm is still
Yeah,
about.
I'll fireball.
Basically, my knowledge of wizards
Well,
is
I
that.
mean, obviously,
Yeah.
I obviously had to spin around.
So you're not stopping moving.
Well,
He's
so
being
stop-
carried.
Stop the cast of spell, I suppose, don't I?
You don't have
Oh, you are being carried. Yeah.
I will
as you're
Pivot and aim him at them.
Okay, before I cast, it looks like I can get away. We can get away, or
down the canyon. Yeah. The dragon seems to be holding the thing up.
So let's go. Let's just go. Say the spell. So you want to see the fireball, don't you?
I think if we can get the dragon in our debt, that would be great.
You know, dead. Okay. So I think
The dragon definitely just saved you.
I don't think the dragon's
Even the
struggling.
score, I would.
I don't think the dragon's struggling though, is he?
No, not to be fair, it's a dragon.
I mean, if you honestly really wants to be casting fireball.
No, it's fine. Go, go.
Otherwise I'll-
Go.
Okay, so we
Keep
just
going.
so let's go, guys. Right.
Use your full movement to.
I think just go with the guys. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. And I presume Gwendolyn, you're going with them.
Yeah.
does he look like he needs help? Like, and is he?
Yeah, I'm
is he
bleeding
okay?
like profusely.
I mean, okay.
No, hang on, let's get out of the way first
Okay,
before we
okay.
start doing anything like that. But yeah.
Alright.
Okay. The 4 of you sprint down the canyon.
Dashing.
Can I get history checks from? Oh, you're a dwarf.
Yes.
So you've got stone cunning, so you don't even really need to check for this. You can see that this definitely used to be a river where you're running down.
Good.
And then
By the way, guys, this used to be a river.
Oh.
and perception
pointing at geographical features, run!
perception checks from everybody.
It's gonna be below or above?
No, it's just
You
plus.
add the number
Oh.
in your skill block there. 10,
Yeah, no, I got 11.
11. Did you roll
17.
perception?
Oh, sorry.
17?
Oh, not very good.
No, so the three of you are just running. But Vale, being the marine that he is, keeps an eye on where you've come from, and just as the whole fray crests out of your vision, you see the dragon take off and fly back towards the forest. You get the idea as you're watching it that it was pretty hurt, like stopping the swarm for you, and it has to get out of here. It's on bingo fuel, as it were, and it's bleeding as it goes out. Sorry? And you don't know whether the swarm is still coming for you or not. In about 10 seconds, in about a couple of minutes more running,
I will say, the dragon's leg, those things nearly had it to pieces.
Right, let's keep going.
Those things were also quite a bit faster than us.
I understand, but there's no other choice.
I have a plan if they pursue.
I don't know if I can take them with me. I can take one person with me.
Let's just keep
you
going.
Let's keep going,
you
let's
should
keep going.
also do you have fly? That might be useful coming up.
I don't have fire, I don't think.
It's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, but it's not on my list, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh,
Crossed
wow.
out, actually.
No.
Straight out. I mean, it's on here, but maybe.
Yeah, definitely crossed out. Anyway, let's keep running.
Anyway,
Keep running.
you reach a cliff.
Oh,
This was obviously used to be a waterfall and is about a 50.
I do have fire. Okay.
There's a 50-foot drop down
into the sea.
into rocks. This used to be a waterfall that is now dry. And from up here, you can see the beach, and you can even see the jolly boat that your team must have come in from.
Yeah,
Gwendolyn and Astaire, you definitely recognise the jolly boats that you
Yep.
use for away missions,
Absolutely.
and so would you.
Yep.
I don't know if Callum Shah will. Callum Shah, sorry.
That's right.
Okay, we
I
all
have
have,
it written in front of me.
I'll keep reminding you.
we all have 50 foot of rope, right? Well, sorry, the
I
sailors
also
do.
have the spell.
You do all have 50 foot. So what?
teleportation circle.
Seriously?
I do, yeah.
Fair enough.
It takes a minute to cast, so I didn't think we'd
Oh,
good in
no,
a
good,
backup
good point.
situation.
Good point. Can we? Okay.
So you've just come up to a cliff, Callum Shah.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you,
I just want to know what Misty Step does. Does Misty Step
Oh, I
bring
can
Misty-
Step
imagine.
base?
30 feet.
Sergeant Vale,
Sir?
we need to form a perimeter and let this guy cast teleportation circle, which I believe will get us back to the boat.
I'm guessing there's some sort of thing I know on the boat. Because it takes something.
Are you going back to the boat or
The jolly
the
boat.
jolly?
The jolly.
Right. Okay. The jolly boat, not the ship.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Because that's ship's resources. You don't want to leave
No,
that
no,
there.
no, My priority, right?
Callum,
Of
Shah.
course.
Well, I will say, I mean, I could do a fly. I could do a dimension door. Dimension door, I can touch one person, I believe.
Yeah. If you cast fly. I was about to say, if you cast fly at 5th level,
Yeah.
you would be able to cast it on everybody in the party.
Let's do that.
Let's
do that.
Fly, I'll fly.
Okay, well, Alistair has dimension doors. So.
I don't know.
Oh, don't you?
I have
It
dimension
changed
door.
it out, didn't
I
it?
have dimension door, so
No,
I can
no.
cast fly on them and the dimension door him.
No, you have to cover
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, as you're discussing, you
Right.
can see the Comsog Nathus
Right,
come
let's
out.
do this, let's do this.
I cast fly on
Soldiers, the soldiers.
Yeah, the soldiers, of course.
Right.
And then,
Yourself.
And well, I can cast it on the 3 of them, then dimension door myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So cast fly on these guys.
So-
I might die. This might be my die game. We're gonna see.
So you're dimension dooring down to the beach?
Well, I'm gotta cast fly on them first.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Okay.
say, guys, you're flying. Go. And then
And
I'll
you
dimension door myself.
you do indeed start hovering off of the
So
ground.
get out of here, and then
Yeah.
I'll go to dimension door next round. If I'm alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go wacka hacka
If
and
not,
jump
you're
off
gonna
the...
pay attention to my life.
Understandable. That'll happen definitely. I leap off the cliff because
I fall backwards off the circle.
Okay, and Sergeant Vale, you are now flying
I'm going to head to the boat.
Yeah, well, to the jolly boat.
to the
Yes.
jolly boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, that's the other thing I shout after I shouted whatever I need to shout. Yes, head for the jolly boat.
So the three of your teammates fly off of the cliff and down towards the beach, and you just stare oblivion in the face as it's coming
Waiting
for you.
for the spell to... Can I jump at that point?
And then
Can I
no,
jump then?
as you're dead, you can jump. Yeah,
I'll jump, and then can I cast as I jump? Or?
absolutely. You can.
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool.
And you know that you don't have enough time to cast this spell, so you just like screw it, and you jump off the cliff.
Yes.
And then midway down,
Cast velocity.
describe to us how you cast Dimension Door midway down the.
Well, I'll start with the word... No, that's right.
We'd prefer if you didn't.
Okay. I'll start with the word bollocks. And
That's not swearing.
let's do this. No, yeah, I just basically like casting. So I can't think of anything. It's just casting the spell. All my effort and energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And concentration into doing it.
And the three of you flying, as you look back, Vale, you see the. You see that Callum Shah has just chucked himself off the cliff, and you have a split second of thinking, oh, I should go and catch him. And then.
Well, I think I'll be angling steeply down at that point in case the spell ends when he dies.
And anyway, he just disappears. And you reappear on
The boat.
the boat.
Not where anyone else is dead.
No. And the Cobsognathus behind the three of you just stop at the cliff. And then go down straight down the cliff
Save this, my friend. Well done.
and start eating all the Gallimimus that ran off the cliff and down at the bottom of the cliff. Can we kill the combat music, please? No. I know.
Yeah.
So as the three, thank you, as the three party members fly down towards the beach, you've got about, I would say, maybe 20, 25, 30 seconds to yourself, Callum Sharp. And as you're looking around, a large, furry, with browny reddy fur, carrying a quarterstaff, 6-foot creature is sat on the prow of the jolly boat, and he spots you. And he's like, well, hello.
Hello.
Are you one of the ship?
I must tell the truth. Yes, I am.
I am the warden
The warden of?
of the Lost Isle, where you find yourself now.
I suspect I really want to meet you. So I'm so glad to meet you. My name is Callum Shah, from whatever land I'm from.
Sirica.
From Syrica.
Yeah.
From Syrica. And we've been looking for you, and we would love to...
I have been looking for you.
well, that's fortuitous.
I would love for you to accompany me on just one little journey to my home.
Can my companions come with me?
And at this point, the three of you swoop down and land on the beach. And Gwendolyn's like,
That was awesome.
exactly. and the Ariag, you would know him as an Ariag,
Yes.
turn around and go, ah, your friends are here.
You're the warden.
I am indeed the warden.
We've been looking for you.
And I've been looking for you, and now that you're all here, I can put my cards on the table. You will come to me, with me, to my home, and you will join my collection, just as your ship and your crew have. And that's where we're going to end this hour of
amazing.
Adventurers Wanted.
Amazing.
Thanks very much. And we'll hand back over to our SM Naomi to do the outro spiel.
Thank you very much, our ticketed players, for joining us, and thank you those of you on the stream who are watching. We are here every day of the Fringe up until the 28th, apart from the 24th and 25th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. You can also follow us at Adventures250 on Twitter to keep up with the live tweeting, or on Twitch at twitch.tv/Adventurers Wanted to watch the live stream of every show we do. That is what we're trying to do. If you would like to stay for the next hour, you are more than welcome to. You just need to pop downstairs and refresh your tickets. And also, please tell people about us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, in real life. Tell them to have a good time. Have a good time.
Who talks to people anymore?
Right, we're going to pass over to... Are either of our ticketed players in any shows up here?
Are you in the show?
Any show?
Am I in the show?
At the
In a
Fringe?
show at the Fringe.
No.
No?
No?
Alright,
Okay.
and we know you're not. So, going to pass over to Ed and Johnny, who are going to plug some shows they're in.
I am in a show called Beadledom Alpha, which is playing at the Underbelly in Cowgate at 2:50 every afternoon. Not every afternoon, every other afternoon. And it's about a clown that breaks the universe.
Good, good.
Thank you very much.
I wrote and am in a show called Heartwood. It is a puppet musical about a little girl going through some grief.
Oh.
But it's also really lighthearted and fun.
That's the first time you told us that.
Oh, is it?
I'm much more interested
Exclusive.
now.
Yeah, I was interested anyway. Right, okay, thank you very much for joining us. We do have a very fast 10-minute turnaround. So, I'm going to ask that you exit through the door you came in through, but after giving a round of applause to our ticketed players, our regular players, and our GM. Thank you very much. And hopefully we will see you again. Have a wonderful evening. Do you want to start the
Cool.
stream?
Richard, Matt, that was very